Yes, hello, hi, good evening. Hello, how are you? Good evening, my boo-boos. Are you fi-fi? Are you cray-cray? Yes, Nora is right here. Welcome. Acid mom is my tono. Yes, hello, how are you? Good evening, my beautiful people. I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to Saturday. Yeah, this time I'm looking like someone who should go back to sleep actually. I'm even sweating. Whee. But let me know how you're doing. How is your Saturday? This is your girl Nora. Hi. Are you great? Me through the week someone made me realize something. Okay, today let's talk about something. That one person that always makes you feel or think that, oh, that's... Someone told me something that I felt embarrassed, I felt humiliated, and I felt ashamed. Yeah, I felt it. But not all of us we have the same thinking. Okay, Dinah, the meat, hey, cute. I don't know what you're trying to mean. Remaining the followers. So guys, in the hallway actually there is no electricity. That's why you see it's a kind of dark and brown like that. So you just bear it with me. So guys, what I wanted to say is that I realized something, that most of people really think that we all Africans, we think like that, but not all of us. Not all of us think like the same. Not all of us see the world the same way others see it. Like all of us Africans, I shouldn't say even that all of us, but some. In a way of thinking, in the way of thinking, you'll find someone who comes from the village does not think the same way as a person who thinks as a person who stays in the city, in the capital. People in the village, they think the way they see things, and the people in the capital, they always think the way they see things. So when someone say that, I don't know why Africans, they are all like this, and they are so casual in their way of behaving. Actually, a little bit embarrassed. I was like, ew, not all of us think that way. We all don't think like that. Some of us grew up knowing, but some of us, as I say, some, and I gave you an example, like a village person does not think the same way as a person who lives in the capital. It's like someone who has ever traveled does not think the same way as a person who has never taken a plane or who has never boarded a plane to go anywhere. I don't know why this one say, ooh, okay, it's okay if it makes you sick, go find your doctor so that you can be treated. Ciao, ciao. Hey guys, welcome. So what I'm trying to say here that others will not understand. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Nora, I'm Ugandan. So most of people think that Africans are just there. Where is this conversation going? So recently someone told me that why is it that all Africans they like us asking money from we white people? I was like, really? And yes, some does, but not all of them. Not every African asks money. You see, as I told you that not every African thinks that every white person is rich, not all of them. For those who have known, they know that if you find a white person is also going through the same thing that you're also facing. The only difference with you and him is that you own a land, you don't need to pay tax for it. You don't need to pay. There are some things in my village. You'll tell someone to pay tax and someone will ask you, what am I paying tax for? For what? My land that I bought with my money? Or my cattle that I bought with my hardship money? They'll ask you those questions. So those kind of things, they are not like they don't collect tax from them. They don't collect in small. The government of my country does not collect tax from small things. So some people in the village, they are like that. Someone does not even know that you have to pay a house rent. If you tell someone that I buy everything in my house, they'll be like, what are you buying them for? You're rich, you have money. Why you people want to act like you don't have money? That's the difference. So, and this person told me that you guys think people have money, people do this. We are also going through the same thing. We are also having hard time here. My reply was like, not all of us. Not everyone. And as I've always said that when you go to any African country, not everyone is going to ask you for money. There's someone who will even give you accommodation for free until the day you go back to your home. Thank you for the thumbs up. Until the day you go back to your home, just free accommodation. You're eating, you're drinking without them asking you for anything. You know, Africans are the people who will act like someone does not know. For those who for those who know how situation is, someone will act like they don't know anything that's going on around you, but they know. But because they have to, as they say that you have to be the one whom they will call a fool, and the other one will be the wisest one. That's how sometimes people there, they just keep things that way. Because, let me say it in my language, that abantu bagamba tuli baavu, tetulina kyakulya, tetulina kyakunywa. So omuntu waaba azi nina okwefuula nti ndi mwavu, ate nina okwefuula nti ndi musiru, simanyi kigenda maaso naye ate mba mmanyi kuba omugagga oba omulaba n'omwavu oba omulaba, which means you can know the rich and you can know the poor. That's how some African countries, when you go and visit, they will notice, let me tell you, a person who is going through a crisis of financial, someone will always know that this person, you'll even see their behaviors, most especially when it comes to spending, what to eat, you'll see how a person behaves, and then you. So that's what we don't pretend. If we don't have, we don't have. One thing I love about my African people, if someone will say, I'm going to build a grass house, someone will build a grass house used with an earth. You might to build that house with trees. It does not mean they are poor. Someone getting trees and getting grass and uses mud to construct their house, it does not mean they are poor. The other thing that I've seen when most of white people, when they see Africans sleeping in such houses, they're like, oh my God, they are so poor. A person who has a shelter on their head, a person who has a place where they grow their own food, a person, the only thing sometimes people don't have is a better health care. Not everyone can afford. There are some hospitals that are so expensive, so someone go to the government hospital where the government does not, the workers of the government, they don't care that much, they care less. I'm telling you from the experience from where I come from. Government hospitals in, like, let me say, like healthy centers, like health center 1, 2, 3 to 4, those health centers, they don't usually do much because they know they are in small villages. They mind less. For them, it's like they mind about their salary only, but they do not mind about being there at the hospital 24/7 because they are being paid. They don't care about that. All they do is. So you find someone has seen that kind of a hospital, is like, oh, the hospital. First, look at the condition. These people. An African is someone who will sleep sometime with $1 million on his waist, under his bed. Some people don't trust bank. Someone will sleep with money under their bed. You'll come, you'll find them eating vegetables. You'll find them taking fresh milk from the cow. But those are all healthy things. And when a foreigner sees it, they're like, these are really poor people. These people are really suffering. People are really suffering. Nengo mudu. And then, so that's why you find someone, when you show them that they are suffering, they will act to be poor, and they will act to start asking you for money. The same way I told you guys in my language that omuntu ajja kwefuula kyatalina, yeefuule nti takirina yadde akusabe sente naye ng'ayagala laba your reaction. Someone wants to see your reaction by acting like they are poor, and someone will be like, Muzungu, give me some money, Muzungu. That's how they say, Muzungu, some money. And you, in your mind, you'll be like, but why is everyone? If you give, they will not leave it. Of course, they will say, Muzungu has given me money. They will not refuse that money. That's what they will say. Muzungu ampadde sente. And another one will also say, Muzungu, give me some money. For them, that's how they ask. Some people in the village, they don't even wait to say, how are you, good evening, or someone will just say, Muzungu, give me money, Muzungu, give me money, like that. If you show someone that you will give, they will ask you because they know you think they are poor. So guys, not every African usually ask. Hmm? Not all Africans, they ask money from white people. One thing that I know that I can at least say, people nowadays create up like they create up an organization that does not even exist in the world. Someone just go and collects kids. You see those kids, they usually post. Someone goes around and collect kids in the neighborhood, and then this person posts, "Hi, how are you, my dear Joanna? Ugambotia, Kansurienti Olivulonji." And then this person posts the photo of those kids on social media, and then the person says, "Help the orphans." Guys, not all those kids that you see on social media, people posting them, not everyone is an orphan. And when such organizations, they come out posting that help for this, we need donation for this, it does not mean that every person asks for money. Not every African you see asks for money. Some Africans are too proud of themselves. They do not need someone's money to live. I've seen a lot of people, and I even know some of them. Someone posts kids, they receive donation from there, and it's not even their idea. Whose idea is them? Those are the people who go there and tell someone, okay, we need to start up an organization, I need you to collect a certain kids. He's also doing his job. Okay, that's great. Okay. That Chan. Rahiman Chan. That my name, Saudi. Okay. Nice to meet you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Nora. Hello, how are you? Everyone is doing great. Welcome to this Saturday evening. What do you really think about Africans when you see them? Do you see them as beggars? Do you see them as what? Because me, I was left speechless. Yes? Nam? You. Hi, Yasmin. Hi. Is anyone in here? Shadow. Yes, she's right here. What the hell? She's right here. Don't wonder. I just excuse myself for, yeah, I'm leaving. Bye. Yeah, bye. Thanks for dropping and thanks for asking. Waiting. Yeah. This is getting creepy. How? How is it getting creepy? You might not understand the reason why a person moves 24/7 around and you're asking questions. If you come to my life, I move a lot. I'm someone who moves a lot around. It's not a guarantee that I'll stay in one place. I'll be moving around here and there. So let me see like that. So that's why I may say that someone once told me that, Nora, not everyone who gives you that fake smile, they are really meaning their smile towards you. Balanze omuzungu we yesusa sijja kulimba omuzungu we yesusa nseka kitono kubanga enseka yeri etegeeza kirala nnyo gy'oyo. You think someone is smiling at you? Someone's mind is somewhere else, not even next to you, not even towards you. Let me stop this person behind. That's why some Africans, they say that, Guni, are you really a bad substitute? But you don't blame them. It's what people have shown them. Because if someone thinks that you're poor, you also have to act in front of them like you're poor. But deep down, you know that you're not that poor. Acting does not take anything away from you. That's why when you go to Nairobi, you know why they say, welcome to Nairobi? Those people, they will show you. I love the way Kenyans, the way they behave, totally. Because people say, oh, they like asking money a lot. Yes, in Nairobi, they will ask you money. Even just for a direction, someone to direct you, they will ask you for money. If you've never been to Nairobi, go to Nairobi. You see why you guys say, Africans, they like asking money. And the way they ask money, it's so annoying. Have you ever been to Kenya where someone tells you that, hey, bwana, misi ni Google direction, nipe pesa. Kama nataka nikuonyeshe pale unaenda, nipe nini, nipe pesa. A Kenyan does not direct you for free. A Kenyan does not waste moving around that showing you where you're going for free. No, a Kenyan will ask you for money. Those are the ones who are called city bonds. And once people have met such people, they'll go back to their countries and say, oh, African people this, African people that. Did you go to the entire Africa and you found that everyone is asking for money? Just because you met one person and that one person asked you for money and then you made it a big deal, just say that. Just accept. Rich people, they hire the tour guides. Where are you going? Why are you going to the city born who is also looking for money? Okay. This is also in New York. This is also in New York. Someone once there was in New York and told me that, Nora, do you know that the first time I arrived, this person is from Zimbabwe. This person told me this story. It was like, Nora, my first time to go to US, I met this guy, and I was introduced to this guy that he'll be the one showing me places and other places to go, and he accepted it. By the time he accepted, this guy, everywhere they could go, this guy would tell him, hey man, can you buy me this? Hey man, can I have this? Hey man, can I do this? Hey man. The guy was like, I reached a point I got tired of this person. And then that's where I was like, that's when I realized that the behavior is not only in us Africans to ask money, it's rare, it's everywhere you go. Me, there's a person who once went to Philippines. This person was like, the beggars in Uganda, they are a little bit respectful than the beggars in the Philippines. So guys, you should stop saying that Africans ask money for too much. They are working. Some people take that job of asking for money. It's a real job. So, I'm telling you. Someone will say that the half of the day they are going to spend showing you around. You see that building there that it's called King's Tower. That King's Tower, even if he knows the shortcut to the King's Tower, he will tell you, you see, go this way and go left, go right, go straight. Let's just accept that the behavior is all over the world. The behavior is all over the world. That means when you've met the wrong person who knows more about money. But when you find someone who does not think about money, someone just want to help for free, they will help you. So for those who have been through the experience and have asked them for money, people stop giving people bad ideas that all Africans ask for money. It's everywhere. Even here in Saudi we have beggars. Do you know that? You're still joking. Even in Saudi we have beggars. Someone comes and asks you for money and tells you, Madam, do you have Mia? Flows. Someone asks you for money. Stop saying that it's only in Africa. You want to tell us that where you guys you are. You see, even in Japan, even in China, beggars are there. It's just that if you see the documentaries of the Japanese, they don't allow their beggars to be on the street. Guys, stop having that mentality that Africans ask for money. Not everyone. An African is someone who will ask you to come for lunch or dinner with them. They will not tell you to even share the bill with them. Because he knows I have the money, why should I ask my guest? I know African is so embarrassing to ask your guest to share the bill with you. You know why? Because you feel little. You're the one who has invited a person, and again you want them to split bill with you 50-50 if you want. In Africa, that's where you find 50-50 does not work. As a man, you'll invite a woman for dinner, and a woman knows it's you who is going to pay. Don't think that person is going to pay. No, that's we. Even me, I'm like that. Unless the only thing I'll carry with me is my transport fee to pay the cab. Your job was to invite me for dinner. Yes, thank you for dinner, but I have to pay my. Unless you're the one, a gentleman says, okay, don't pay. Maybe he has a cancer, I'll drop you off. You accept. Yeah? Allow me to work so hard so that in this life I won't be accounted as an African who asks for money. My uncle once told me this thing that people, we might not be equal, but just know there is someone there out there. If you see a struggle in Uganda, just know there is a white man out there struggling. There are also plumbers. There are some who work in the dumpster, like rubbish, cleaning the streets. There. Me, when my uncle told me that, I had that mentality. That's why me, when I meet someone and we become friends, I don't see them as my bank account. No. I consider you as a friend. Why? Because I was told that from my childhood that abantu bonna si bonna nti bagagga. Not every white person is rich. Me, my uncle told me that the fact because he used to travel in so many countries. He traveled from Asia to European country, he traveled to South America. So he knows, he comes back and gives you that knowledge that you are not able to go there. But he's giving you the clue about one day maybe you never know. You might also be there. But I want to tell you that the same way you see America as it is, there are also Americans who are suffering. The same way you see people in UK, there are people who are in UK who are suffering. So we should keep that into our mind. I'm that African who is telling you that I know not every white person has money, not every Asian person you see is rich. Some are also trying like me. Some are also trying their best. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Nora, where we always share the fact. No lies, facts. Where is the lie? To be honest, where is the lie? I want you to challenge me and tell me that, Nora, everything you say in your life, sometimes it's a lie. No. Me, I speak through the experience and through the people that I've met, and I hear their stories. And I'm like, really? But one thing also that I know, I also share with you what I know. And from the experience. That's what I share on my life. So if you take it, you take it. If you leave it. But may I tell you the fact, if you don't want to hear it, go far off. I know the truth really hurts. But we know. So now I'm giving you the clue that not everyone thinks that way, that, oh, people are rich. No. I know that there are some people that are even better than them. And sometimes they admire being black, but they cannot. I'm telling you, because there's some freedoms that I have. Recently, I just had a conversation with a person that I cannot even tell you guys, but this person made me even realize more that, Nora, you have to love yourself because you're great. That person made me realize that I'm a superwoman, that by working hard and trying to give everything for myself, at least I'm proving in other people what they cannot prove, but me, I'm proving it. I'm proving it to myself. I'm not proving it to the world, but I'm proving it to myself. myself to the generations to come before me that will know, yes, this is what our great-great-grandmother worked for, this is our great-great whatever auntie worked for. Because that's what I am, because I know the world is not the same. The people who are living in the world, we are not all the same when it comes to money. Do you know that you might sleep in one bedroom house, but there's someone who does not even have that house? Someone is even saying, I wish I could build that house. But you have it. You're not paying rent. You're not paying tax for that house. Bulichimuchicho. Sima. Ekyolumutula ogambye nti yeesiimye nnyo. This thing is getting crazy. It's getting crazy. So stop thinking that way. Stop thinking that way. I remember there's this Filipino lady who is living in Uganda. This lady posted a video. She was like, I'm buying my daughter's milk at only 1,000, and in a month you'll be spending this amount of money. Oh my God, my child is too expensive here in Uganda. That's why she ended up commenting like, the money that she's spending in Uganda, it's equivalent to what she can spend there home. She was like, see all those things, I'm getting them at a cheaper price. Okay, the currency might not be the same, but if you, in your country, you'll be like, this is a lot. You're buying something in a person behaves according to the condition. If you're there and you say that, I need this is A, B, C, D, someone is telling you that that's why is near Z. In Kenya, however, in Uganda it's just that. In Uganda it's just that some people are just embarrassed, but someone will not refuse what you've given them. A Ugandan will not ask you money like openly. Their way of asking money will come far that you will not even know. Later on, that's when you realize that this person asked me for money. That's a Ugandan. But a Kenyan will be just open and will say, hey, we msee, unasema unaenda hapi? Lakini sasa unaenda kunipa pesa, utanilipa kwanza, mi si ni Google. Kwanza, mi si I'm not a tourist. I'm not a tour guide, so you need to pay me for my service. That's in Kenya. They are very open mind. In Swahili, someone tells you something openly. Swahili is more than like English. Those two languages give you the courage of telling someone openly. Like you're an open mind person. You tell someone exactly how you think. But Luganda will make you feel a little bit of shy, embarrassed. You have that ego in you, you have that, pride, and then you'll be like, but how am I going to start up telling this person that I'm in need of money? So they will come up with a conversation and someone will put it out. Yeah, that conversation, if you're crushed, and you're like, okay, let me give. But a Kenyan does not need to go through all that. When he needs money, even when he needs food, he'll tell you, bwana, nimetembea sana, sasa ninunulie kitu nichomeshe na tumbo. Nataka kuchomesha tumbo. He will tell you directly, buy me lunch if you want me to take you around the town. Will you refuse? Okay, you've refused to pay that tour guides. Will you refuse to pay that person who is asking you for food? So stop saying that all Africans are poor. No, not all of them are poor. You see, guys, if all Ugandans or if all Africans wanted to travel, they would have traveled. They would have gone for holidays every month. But it's not that. For them, they have accountability. Their accountability is too high. You know, some Africans, to be honest, we just have accountabilities too much in our mind. Someone will be like, 6 million on just a vacation. I took a flight and then I come back. How many cows are those? Someone is thinking about the cows. Someone is thinking about buying more lands with that money. So that's what comes in their head. Someone will see as a waste, but for them the others see it as an opportunity. Someone will be like, I don't know, I've never taken a plane to go to another country. I think I should do it. And you find the other African who will be like, those are just wasting money. With 6 million, and I add again another 6 million to spend just to eat, move around, that's 12 million. No. I'll buy my cows. I'll buy lands with that money. Who is on a win-win? That person who has bought a land will be like, now look at where my money is. Look at what I've invested in. So we all don't think the same. We all don't think the same. If they wanted to go, they would have gone. They are just afraid of spending. For them, they see it like wasting their money. You see, when an African going to an expensive restaurant, some of them, maybe they have invited them to go out for lunch. Some of them, they'll use their own money to go out for lunch. But most of the percentage, someone will not take his money to go to the expensive restaurant for lunch. ironing. Let's talk and gossip. Like and subscribe to Norah's channel. Yes, so before they are back ironing and moving around like a mosquito majid. How are you? Don't forget guys to like, subscribe to Norah's channel. How are you? And good evening. What do you guys think about Africans? Is it true that Africans are the only beggars in this world? Is it true guys that we Africans, we are the only beggars that Africans, we ask, that Arabia Ballet? How are you? Hi. Is it true that Africans, they ask for too much? Girl. Era alabera. We alabela wawe. Annabelle. About Annabelle, Arabella. Is it true? What are they asking for? Someone told me that Africans ask money too much. And the way they ask money is too annoying. Guys, this really made me laugh. And actually, I was like, really? Is that how everyone thinks of Africans when they see them and then someone says, oh, Africans, they are the way you take a person, the way you treat a person, that's how a person will behave with you. If someone asks for money, yes, there are some people who ask for money. But me, I know there are some Africans who are just genuine in their heart. When they meet a foreigner, someone can even invite you to their home. You stay without asking for anything. And one thing I love about we Africans, that once we have done something for someone, sometimes we don't like talking about it. We like keeping it as a secret. Some, but not all of us, as I said, some. And stop having that mentality that all of them. Yes, there are some of them who have taken the freedom of embarrassing all of us the same way, like someone say that Africans, some of them have taken that, and people think that all of us. So not all of us, guys. Not everyone in Africa is like that, and not every African person that goes around asking for money from people. That I hate how Africans ask white people money. Africans also know that there are some people who don't have money, but they are even better than them. So if you say that people ask, maybe they ask you and you're the one who was broke. Or maybe you gave away. Do you know there are some people who go to the restaurant, they don't even want to give a tip. That no, African countries are from the richest countries in the world, but it's just by the option, no, from the government. I believe one day it's going to be as who ask for money from them. Yes, you know, some people, when they see people, they're like, everyone is poor. Shit, the keyboard keeps a change from a lot of yeah, I understand, don't worry, I understand those keyboards. Sometimes they change. Sometimes you might want to say something else and then the keyboard ends up, and whenever you're typing and maybe your mind is somewhere else, you might end up doing an error. So don't worry, I understand. You see, I will not say that it's one of the richest. People are rich in their own way. For me, the way I grew up and seeing things, and the way I grew up with some people who can be able to travel to other countries to see how life is, they're the one who comes back and tell you that, the same way you see China, it's not how everyone sees it. Me, my uncle used to travel to China so many times to work there, but he could tell you that what he saw there, it's kind of even heartbreaking. He will tell you that to work so hard, just visit the country, but don't admire. If you have money, just visit. For him, he usually goes to so many countries because the job he does, it allows him to move through other countries, to know what's for them. They do the research, so they travel to so many countries to do the researches, to do that, and then they bring back the information to the government that send them to other countries. So that's what he does, that I cannot say. But all that I can tell you that he does so many researches. I remember another thing my uncle told me: if you ever meet a man, or if you meet a white man and then you fall in love, don't fall because you think he has money. Not every white man has money. If you see a plumber in Uganda, that's the plumber in the US. If you see a man anywhere, okay, anywhere, any white man, he told me, any white man that you see, not everyone has money. Just love that person the way he is. That's why when I love someone, I just love them the way they are. I don't care whether you have, whether you are you willing. That's what I always say, that are you willing to accept to love someone from a different culture? Are you willing to accept that person the way they are? So me, I don't see a person as this person is an account. No, I don't see that in a person. I see a person as a person that I want to love, a person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, but I don't look at them as money. Because I know the poor thing does not have. The poor thing doesn't have. He's also trying just like me. He's also trying his best. His dream is to buy a house. Someone told me this. The reason why I brought out this conversation, this person told me this recently. It was on Thursday, that's when we had a conversation. This person told me that you're even lucky. There are some things you have, and sometimes I even admire them, yet I'm older than you. But I don't know why most of people think that, everyone in Europe or any other West country, they have money, they have a lot of money. Guys, we are going through a lot. We have goddamn shit bills to pay, blah, 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 blah. And then I ended up telling this person, relax. I only wanted to know what you think. I brought all that as just something to think, because someone once told me, but Nora, you have a lot of friends. One day try to trigger someone's mind and let them try to know what they really think of us. And then we were having a conversation suddenly, and sometimes I don't have words to say to people. And then suddenly I was like, can I ask something? Can you do this? This person immediately was like, I knew it. I knew it, that you're not different from those African people that I know. I was like, what? This person was like, with all the things that you have, you're even better than me, and you're still. He said a lot. And then that's when I was like, I was like, it was just a pinch. But now I know what you also think, because I'd already triggered his mind. Now I know what he thinks. Not only him, but I've seen a lot of people. And not only him, I've met some people who are just kind. For them, they're just, someone does not mind. Someone does not mind that girl slap. You trigger someone's mind. Just trigger them and let someone know, what do they really think when they see. As I told you, me, I was raised with that mentality that when you're to love a white man, love him the way he is. Not every person is perfect, or not everyone has what. Love someone the way he is, whether he's poor, because he also just he has a dream, that dream of one day I'll buy a car, one day I'll buy a house, one day I'll go on a vacation. But me as an African, I'm not thinking of going on a vacation. I'm thinking of buying more lands, build houses, have my own farm of where I rear, like I have my own poultry, I have my cattle, I have whatever I want on that farm. So, guys, we are all different. The same way I know that you guys are also struggling to pay the bills. That's how a Ugandan out there is also struggling to pay a bill, or maybe an African is trying to put food on the table. When you find a rich person, that person is rich. When you find, okay, let me give an example. Like when you see someone who is living like the Kardashians, the Tom Cruise, the Angelina Jolie, Ronaldo DiCaprio, they are also Africans who are living that kind of life like them. You'll find an African who is also in the middle income. You'll find someone in the, you'll find, the same people you see there, those are the same people that we also have back home here. If you find a beggar on the street, that's why you'll find also a beggar in the street of Africa. So you should not say that I don't know why Africans, they like asking for, not everyone. Yes, some of our governments, our government leaders, they ask for money. But do you think that money they bring it to us? No. Do you know why their kids are all studying abroad? Do you know why all their children, all their family members, they are abroad? Because they are using you guys, and by using you guys, they give you that mentality that money is being brought home. No. Do you know why nowadays, ever since they closed the USI, that foundation, the organization that was giving people free medication for people who are suffering from HIV/AIDS, now in Uganda, buying that medicine of HIV/AIDS, buying just a medication, it's more expensive. It's more expensive. Now, if you don't have money to buy medicine for HIV, people will be dying like insects, because most of them were depending on that. If our leaders, they were good people, they were like concerned about the medical care and how others should live their health, they would have said, okay, guys, the US aid has already helped us, they have closed their headquarters. What can we do as leaders since they have closed? What should we do to help our people? And then they come up with ideas, they help. But they have made to others to think that all Africans are beggars. Our leaders, we should really kick them out, slap them, because they did not help us, a lot of people. So how do you think a poor person in Uganda will be able to afford to spend every time buying medicine 400 Ugandan shilling? It's same as Arab when they say they all rich driving Ferraris, living and the most of them are poor, not living well. Exactly. I gave someone also that example. I told that person that, you see, we people who come here in Saudi Arabia to work, we who are living with people in their houses, we know the situation. We know the situation. But you just pray and say, God, thank you. Today, they managed to pay me. Thank you, God. Some people are living under the pressure of others, but they cannot afford. Some people are living here renting. This person was like, no, Nora, you cannot deceive me. You cannot deceive me. Yes, I know the Arab money, it's more equivalent to the US dollar. But this person was like, no, you cannot tell me. People there in Arabia, they are rich. People in the Middle East, they are rich. Those people are richer than us. They are living like kings and queens. How can a person, so this person gave me an example, like, how can a person have a maid at home yet they are poor? We here, people who are living here, you cannot even own your own maid. You cannot have a maid at your home, but there, in Middle East, people having maids at home. Like, yeah, someone might have a maid at home, but it does not mean they are rich. Someone's just, yes, they will pay you to come and help them with other work. They will be paying you monthly. But do you know the more you stay with them, you start to know everything that is happening around that place. You will even know the difficulty that others are facing. I gave this person an example. He was like, no, 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 no. Those people are rich. Those people are rich. I told them, are you sure? Are you sure? There's no way how you're going to convince someone from Europe that some people in Arabia they are poor and someone will accept. No, they will not. They will not approve that. They will be like, no, those people are rich. They are rich in oil. As you say that they drive Ferrari. This person told me, yeah. I was like, are you sure? Do you think everyone drives Ferrari? Do you think everyone is living in that lifestyle, that luxurious life of where, like queens and kings? No. Some of them are sitting. I was about to say that past tense, like some of them sat. I told this person, some of them are going through a lot. Do you know that someone can marry someone's daughter through a loan? Yes, thanks God for everything, for the good thing and bad. Yeah. You know, we thank God for what we have received and what we did not receive. Every time that passes by, you say, Father, thank you. They say, pass this hand like this from your face and say, God, thank you. Today you managed to make it. Today I managed to make it alive. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you, Father, for this. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for that. But people are having different thought out there. That's why I'm telling you guys that, yes, the same way someone thinks that Arabs are all rich, that's also the same way a Ugandan there or an African out there thinks that everyone is okay apart from him. People will think anyhow. Someone will just say something and be like, this person is lying. He has money. He has money. But do you know? You don't know what this person is going through. He does not have money. You know, we girls, we have this behavior of if you dress cheap, you will be cheap people will be the one chasing you around. If you behave rich, rich people will come. Have money. If you have money or you don't have money. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to Norah's channel. You're most welcome, everyone. Good evening. You see, it's hard to convince someone. Like, okay, let me say, like we grew up in the city. I was born in the city and raised in the city. And later on, my grandmother retired and he had to go back to the village. You know, in Uganda, when someone retires, not all of them, but those who have like prepared for themselves. Because me, my grandmother, while working, may her soul rest in peace. While she was working, my grandmother used to prepare for herself. It's called preparing yourself. Once you retire, what will you be doing once you retire? What do you want to do? Those times you'll be spending maybe home doing. So she bought a very big farmland. So when my grandmother retired, she went back home in the village, that's in the countryside. She started living her life. The lady started doing her own things. A Nigerian. What do you mean, a Nigerian? No, I'm not a Nigerian, darling. I'm a Ugandan. So this person lived his. You plan for your retirement. Where do you want to retire from? Do you want to retire in the village or you want to retire in the capital? So me, my grandmother decided to retire in the village, in the countryside, where she finds her freedom. Everyone has their own. You plan for your future. Oh, sasa. Yeah, this iris, you see this iris for Ugandan. May Allah bless you all, inshallah. Thank you. May He bless you too. So when you prepare yourself for your retirement, that's how, and then you'll find that some of people in our community, they thought my grandmother was rich. No, it's just that the poor lady knew that, okay, I'm working, but I have to prepare myself. The time is going to come, I'm going to be tired of spending most of the time in the city. And, girl, even our country is taking, is taking what? Your country is taking what? That's when you find that most of them, they think that, those are the village people. When they see a person from the cities moving back home to the countryside, they're like, maybe this person maybe has run out of money, all that. It's under corruption. I think corruption is everywhere. We should just take it as cup of tea that we take our daily bread. That's how we should just take it. But we as individuals, we only have to pray for ourselves, to pray for God to protect us, to pray to God to live, so that our children can also find something to be able to survive on it. Because there's a time someone took a loan just to marry a woman. And I remember back then I was still in Oman. Imagine a loan to marry a woman. I was like, God. And in Uganda also people do that. In Uganda someone will go and take a loan to marry a woman. What I'm telling you, it's true. So this thing happens everywhere. Whether it's in Africa, whether it's in Asia, Southeast Asia, people are doing the same thing. We are just different in colors, but people are going through a lot, my dear. People are going through a lot. Me, there are some houses that I see and I'm like, my mother's house is better than that house. Have you ever seen, that's why they say a situation, you think you're the one who is living in a worst situation. But again, when you see someone's situation, you'll be like, God, thank you. Thank you that at least for me I'm somehow, but that person is too much. That person is too much, God. He's suffering. My people is dying every day to take our country back. While some are really doing their best, but even when it comes to shade, I don't want to shade, to be honest. Yeah, even some Ugandans, they are doing the same. It's the same thing that it's happening in Uganda. Some Ugandans are doing their best to make sure that Uganda goes back to, but you cannot bring back the back. Each and every day the country is growing. The growth is change. But not everyone is willing. For me, I see the growth is really a big change. Because we might say that we want Uganda to go back in the same way it was back then. What? Do you want Uganda to go back in the 90s, in the 80s, in 100, whatever? No one wants to go backwards. The only thing people need is someone who understands and someone who will not do something that will put the individual's life in danger. That's what I think as me as a person, that whoever comes in shouldn't make others go through. Because we might cry for a change, and then this person is going to come in might just ruin our lives. Pray for Palestine even if we don't have an army, but I believe one day in God help we are going to get it back. Yeah, you guys, your country is in God's hand. Your country is really is in God's hand. It's only God to protect. It's only God to protect, and the leaders to come out and say, guys, what are we fighting for? I don't know if everyone could think like me, that you say something as just a mere thing and say, no, me, I don't want to go on this. I just want to stop here. If some people could do that, fena twandibeera obulungi. Museveni commissions Africa's largest electrical bus plant in Chincha. Wow, in where traveling with Nigeria. Excuse me, God. Nala alajirera ntawanyiza banange. Guys, I think I should go now. Mubeere bulungi. Yeah.